Hi, welcome to Foriegner in the Philippines. Well, my latest quarantine madness project kind of got sunk in the water. That's because when I actually did have a set of strings which I managed to get. Not an easy thing in Taliban because they only have a music shop that will only open if you text them. Well, I did text them and I asked them about strings, and I also asked them about something else that has proved to be a stumbling block, and that is the machine heads. I thought they might be able to get me some new machine heads. They didn't respond, so I think that, like a lot of other businesses in this pandemic, they've gone out of business. Well, I did manage to replace one string. Now, once I did that, I then found that two of the machine heads had broken. Now I'm trying to get a little bit nearer so that you can see this, and if you can see, look, there you've got the machine head as it should be, and then you've got that. So what's happened is that these little things here, right, how can I show these little tiny bits are what's left of they're what's left of the paddle that goes onto the machine head. That's what makes it possible to turn the string and tighten it up. Obviously what's happened is that this is inferior material, and it's just broken apart. They got two little things there, look, they go together and they've just broken apart on the other side of this bolt or screw which goes into the head. So that gives you maybe a better shot of it. So this means that the guitar is useless to me. So I did. I mean, it's a really lovely guitar. It's just rather unfortunate that I don't have access to what I need, because small town, Taliban, that's it. But I'm very happy with this guitar. Other than that, which is just obviously in the manufacturing material of the machine heads that they've given. This is a problem, is that when you do get the cheaper, and this was, I think that this was 5,000. I seem to remember that as the price. It's actually a beautiful guitar for that, and it has not failed in any other way at all. It's still in beautiful condition, except for the machine heads. So the machine heads, they've saved money by doing what evidently is a cheaper machine head, and that's failed. There is something, I've heard this from several people, there's something about the atmosphere or the air here in Bohol which rots away at anything that is like a rubber compound, and that's what this is, a kind of a rubbery plastic, and it just rots it away. You know, if you live by the coast, your car is always going to be prone to being attacked by rust. It's just a fact of life, and there must be something there, which certainly I don't know exactly what, which has attacked this. So my lovely guitar is useless, and so is my resolution. I'd rather call it a resolve rather than resolution. Sounds like I just get out of school and I go, Mom, what shall I have as a New Year resolution? I really made up my mind that I'm going to devote the time every day, and I have it now. to learn the guitar because I do miss music, and the guitar is something that I actually could get pleasure from playing, because it would introduce me to some new music. I really like flamenco and I like classical music, so I like the classical music that you can do on guitar. Also, I was a singer for many years, and if I learned the guitar I would be able to accompany myself, and that would give me some pleasure too. So that's my decision on that, and what I've done is I've gone to Lazada, and amazingly I went, let's put that there, I went to Lazada, I went on YouTube, and on YouTube you can get all kinds of questions answered. Let's face it, in spite of itself, in spite of the often mismanagement of YouTube, it is the internet, let's call it the internet. The internet is an incredible thing. You can learn almost anything from the internet, and for the most part it's free. So evidently, if you want to go and you want to support a particular teacher who you're going to be learning a lot from, and you're going to go with one of his courses, then obviously it's going to cost you money. But if it's being taught and released in the Philippines, then it will be in pesos and it will not be a great deal of money. Now that brings me to what I was going to say about the obvious thing is, I thought, well, if I can get the machine heads, I could replace them myself. It's not a hugely complicated thing. So I started looking, and I saw a question and answer on guitars, guitar work, frequently asked questions, and one of them was, coincidentally, what does it cost to have the machine heads on my guitar replaced? And it was $65. Oh, $65 led me on. There's no way that I'm going to pay $65 for something on this guitar. So I decided, well, maybe the easiest thing to do, oh, and that would have entailed a trip up to Tagbilaran. Tagbilaran, I've never ever gotten away with less than 1,000 or 1,500. By the time we motor up there with gas, time, something to eat on the way, or something to eat when we get there, it usually comes out between 1,000 and 2,000, and that would be just to go there to buy the machine heads and then to fit them. So I had a look at Lazada, and amazingly, actually there's Alibaba as well, but we've ordered a couple of things from Alibaba and not been successful at actually getting them. Even Lazada has been lax on that sometimes. I think it was Alibaba who I've now seen has offered a guarantee, it could be wrong, offered a guarantee saying what you order and pay for, if you don't get it, you get your money back. So that they're starting to try to catch up and improve on the service, which is good. But Lazada, we've had good results on Lazada. Bought quite a few things, and so I went to Lazada, and well, I believe it was Lazada. Was it Lazada that I got the other guitar, Beth?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went there, and you can buy a beginner's guitar, which is what I am, a beginner. I'm not a beginner musician, but as far as guitar goes, I have to consider myself an absolute beginner. Anything that I may have learned in the past, I'm sure, has sunk in the mud of old age. So I looked on there. You can buy a serviceable guitar for under 2,000 pesos. So looking at it and allowing for the fact that I do like to have a beautiful instrument, and I had a guitar, I've had a guitar in my possession, my ownership, for as long as I can remember. Certainly in California, one of the first things I did was buy a guitar. One of the last things I did was learn to play it. And that's been my MO, if you like. So this time I resolved that I was going to do it because I can see an absolute need. A need to keep the cobwebs from forming. So there are many reasons for learning to play the guitar right now. I miss music. It's a talent that I have. I don't have to learn the entire thing, and I could, rather than just play chords, I could learn to play classical guitar because I can read music. Well, I went on there, and to cut a long story short, I chose a solid mahogany natural finished guitar, which is both electronic and like this one. If you look at this one, you'll see, can you see that? And certainly you can see the bottom there, that there's a place for a jack plug and a power source. So the guitar that I chose actually came out at under 5,000 pesos, and it's like this one, it's both electronic and acoustic. So get the best of both worlds, and I do have the amp and speakers that I need. I already have that, so why would I not avail myself of that? So I ordered it. It will come cash on delivery, and in a week I'll be able to start playing, albeit not very well. But anyway, that also led me to looking at, because I can't start playing in whatever standard I'm capable, I can't do anything at all. So I decided that I'd start looking and seeing what was available as far as tuition goes, and I will do that on another video. There are some great people out there who are teaching, and you can buy, obviously you can buy their setup courses, which they put some time and creativity into, and you're going to pay for that, and so you should. We'll see what happens on that, how much I find I need to have an organized, definite routine, which is what the lessons will give you. I'm a great one for going for lessons. That's where you realize that there are faster ways of doing things than you might be able to work out as a beginner, and so it makes sense. But there's a couple of people that I found that I've enjoyed listening to what they do. One, Brandon Acker, I think that's how he pronounces his name, A-C-K-E-R. Brandon Acker is very good. I thought was a very good teacher, softly spoken, no big hype or jive talk, and then there's another one who is called, I think, Burns, and it seems like the first one, Brandon, is an American, and the second one, who I found really good in a different way. He was obviously he looks like a rock musician. But anyway, I'll tell you about that in the next video, in which I'll go into some of the stuff that both of these people actually teach, and teach very well. So, look in on us again about this particular thing on the guitar, and if you're an aspiring musician, then there may be something I can help you with on that too. Bye for now.